Our guest tonight is one of the stars of the new Netflix show, Glow, Kia Stevens. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very excited to speak to you. We are super excited about Glow as well, because on Friday, June 23rd, the new Netflix series Glow makes its debut with you playing a character named Tammy. For those unfamiliar with the original wrestling company...
I'm sorry, sweetie. I got to stop you right there.
Oh, no.
It's Tammy.
Tammy. Oh, my God, the sass. I missed the sass, and I do apologize.
You messed up already.
I can't believe it. I'm not going back in. This is all staying. Tammy. And I will say it with enough sass from now on. I do apologize. You play the character named Tammy. For those unfamiliar with the original wrestling company or the new Netflix show, can you explain the premise of the series and what kind of action fans should expect?
Well, this is an ensemble cast, and it's a bunch of women headed by Ruth. She's a struggling actress who's at the end of her rope, who takes on one last audition and is desperate to land something. She wants to do something serious, but right now she just wants to work. And she ends up in this ragtag show, this low-budget wrestling show, and they don't even know what it is. They don't know if they're the actors, if there's going to be wrestlers involved at the beginning. They're really confused as what they're going to do. But once it becomes clear, they know that they have to learn how to wrestle. And with all the struggles with that, they have to figure out what their character is going to be. And the characters that they get assigned, they struggle with what that means, because a lot of them are stereotypical. They don't know if they're instigating, that stereotype or standing up to it. So there's a lot of that going on. And so it's basically about a group of women who come together and work together and build something, and something great.
Mike Chiari, next question.
As a kid, what kind of exposure did you have to the actual Glow promotion, and how much of an influence did it have on you being interested in a role on the Netflix series and ultimately taking that role?
Oh, goodness. Well, my brother and I would watch Glow every Saturday morning, and actually asked Santa Claus one year if I could be a Glow girl. And I asked my mother as well, and she said no. And then the show got canceled, and I said that there was no Santa Claus. Now that I am a Glow girl, now I know that there is a Santa Claus. And it's a total dream come true. Just because, for all those years, I thought that was something I wouldn't be able to be, because the company didn't really exist anymore. I had done everything. I'd been to Japan, been in TNA, been in WWE, but I didn't get that one wish. But now I have it, and, my bucket list, check.
Brandon Galvin, next question.
What were some of the advantages and challenges you experienced making the transition from the wrestling ring to acting on the set of Glow?
Well, I started off in my childhood acting, and I actually got him. The story that we're telling is actually really close to mine, because I got into wrestling thinking I could, find something else in the entertainment industry, doing what I'm doing now. So wrestling for me was a way into the entertainment industry. Though most people think of wrestling as the bowels of the entertainment industry, I like Ruth, saw it as in, so I got in. And wait, what was the rest of your question?
What were some of the challenges?
That was it, right? I answered it. Oh, some of the challenges. Well, I think some of the challenges for me were, like, in the beginning when we're shooting, we're not supposed to know how to wrestle. And we're not supposed to know how to take these falls and things. And I've been wrestling for 15 years. So some of the challenges, Jesse, our first director, he had to, we had to shoot. I do a role, and we had to shoot the role over and over again, because he was like, that's a little bit too good, Kia. We wanted it a little bit too sloppy, because remember, you don't know what you're doing. So that was a bit of a challenge, to make it look like I didn't know what I was doing. That sounds pretentious, right? Like, I know everything about wrestling. I know that.
A lot of confidence.
I'm a master.
TNA is nothing but confidence. I've seen things, and she's nothing but confidence. Many of the cast members of Glow are just classically trained actors and actresses with no wrestling experience. During filming, did you find yourself teaching the other cast members about wrestling, and did they reciprocate by teaching you some things about acting?
Well, yes. They brought on a great trainer, the best trainer, I think, for this project that they could pick in Chavo Guerrero Jr., and then Shauna Duggins, our stunt coordinator. However, whenever asked, because the girls knew that, I was a wrestler, whenever they asked for my opinion, I gave it freely. And when I would ask them about acting, as far as, because I had never been on a principal actor before. As a child, yes, I worked in plays and I did background acting, but there are tricks to the trade when you're a principal actor, where to walk to hit your mark, where to turn and look at the camera, what this means as far as terms in the industry, what that means. So yeah, we reciprocated a lot of back and forth between what does this mean in acting and what does this mean in wrestling.
Mike Chiari?
Well, now that you're part of such a highly anticipated series like Glow, I can only assume there's going to be a lot more acting offers for you moving forward. Do you have interest in pursuing an acting career, or are you still looking to accomplish more in the wrestling world?
No, I absolutely want an acting career. I think I've done what I've done in wrestling, and I appreciate what I've done in wrestling, but telling the story that we've told in Glow and having the experience I've had with the people I've had it with leaves me wanting more. Like I said before, this is what I wanted when I got into wrestling, and this is what I got into wrestling to do.
BG?
Well, with Netflix airing Glow and Lucha Underground, do you think Netflix's influence will lead pro wrestling perhaps to another boom period? And is there anything else you would like to see Netflix do to push pro wrestling's popularity?
I pray that we enter another boom period. I think with the story that we told, people can, find that there are different dimensions to wrestling and appreciate it more and not look at it with such a sarcastic tone. I think once they sit and watch all 10 episodes this first season, they're going to walk away and say, wow, they really go through something, and I could really, relate to this person or to this character. And when they see a different character in a wrestling program, if they choose to tune in, and maybe it's a little bit exploitative because we still have those, maybe they'll think a little bit more about what that wrestler is going through and tune into that, hence making a boom. And I hope that, Netflix, I hope we get a season 2. I think that with a season 2 and more Glow, for sure will influence the industry.
Well, many fans talk now about a women's revolution currently going on, but you're one of the true innovators in women's wrestling, the modern version of women's wrestling. Of all the talented women performing today, who would you, if you could step in the ring one more time, who would you most like to square off against?
One more time or just period?
You choose both.
Because
give me both.
Beth
I
Phoenix
want both.
and I never happened. I'm sorry?
No, go ahead. So Beth Phoenix, that'll be your choice?
Well, Beth Phoenix and I never happened. The fans have seen Gail and I would always love to face Gail again and to bookend our story. But the fans would really love to see Beth and I dance in the ring, and that never happened. I feel that the fans were cheated out of that. So I would love to do that for the fans and for myself.
Mike Chiari?
Even though your stint with WWE was brief, I think people still talk about the impact that you made there to this very day, and fans always wonder what could have been and that type of thing. So can you provide any insight to your knowledge about what maybe the long-term plans were for you when you were there in terms of like a title run or potential feuds that you might have had lined up?
I can only speculate, but I would think that Kharma had a 99.9% chance of a title run. And then my hope was to bring in a new girl and make a super face, you know, who is going to topple Kharma. And that was my goal. And that's something that Triple H and I talked about, bringing in a girl for a program and making a super face. And it's all making money.
Did you ever talk about who that might have been?
No, we didn't get that far. I left still during my honeymoon with the company.
BG, final question?
A lot of fans are very excited for WWE's upcoming women's tournament, the Mae Young Classic. Were you approached at all about participating in the tournament or the presentation of the tournament?
Not that I know, but that doesn't. I'm wishing them the best. Not that I know of. No.
That's a shame. That's terrible. Bad job, WWE. A huge thank you to our guest tonight, Kia Stevens, catcher in Glow as Tam May. She will be stealing the show as part of Glow, debuting Friday, June 23rd. Tell the fans where else they can support you.
Oh, well, they can support me online on Twitter, Mean Queen K, and on Instagram, Spinning Fist.
Another huge thank you to Kia Stevens. Good luck moving forward. Can't wait to see Glow.
Thank you. Thank you all.